How are you today? I hope you're doing good. I feel as though it's safe to say that once we're done with this session, you're going to be feeling even better than you do right now. I think that that's safe to say. Let me break down what we're going to be doing today, okay? Today we're going to do about 12 different functional movement patterns, taking us from the ground up. 60-second intervals, 20-second rest, where we're not really resting, but kind of transitioning into the next movement. And then we're going to end with some stretching. That's what we're doing. Whatever you do, see if you can't take your attention inside your body and notice how you feel in each moment. See if you can't distribute your awareness throughout the whole body from top to toe, shoulder to fingertip, through all the organs. According to Tom Myers, he's like the fascia expert on the planet, one of them. He said, if you can't feel it, you can't move it. So today, when we're doing our movements, feel free to add gentle massage, maybe even add some breathing, maybe add some imagination, taking your attention into different parts of your body while we move, and that will add to the benefit. Okay? All right. So if you guys want to make your way down into the ground, we're going to start with a supine check-in. And, coming down onto the ground apparently is a great way to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, so to help your body relax. So we start from that place. So let's come on down to the ground and get our show on the road. All right. So starting on our backs, close this. So starting on our backs, nice and easy. Oh, I changed my camera angle so you guys could see me. Sorry about that. All right. So starting on our backs, we're going to start by just turning our attention inside, guys. So you can close your eyes if you want and bend your knees if that's more comfortable for you. And all we're going to do is we're just going to take our attention and bring it inside the body. And we're going to focus on our breathing this morning. So if you want to place your hands on your abdomen, and as you breathe in, see if you can start to accentuate the first part of your breathing by letting the belly expand. From the belly, the ribs expand, front, sides, and back, and then you reverse the flow. So then the ribs and then the stomach relax. Okay? So breathing into the stomach, then the ribs, and slowly exhaling. Just take a couple more breaths from this position, just nice and relaxed. Accentuating the movement of the stomach, then the lower ribs, front, sides, and back as you breathe in, and then as you exhale, exhale very, very slow, like you're blowing through a straw. Just rest for a moment. We'll be moving in just a few minutes, so just allow yourself just a couple minutes here to just relax, surrendering unnecessary tension, just letting everything sink into the floor below you. All right, from here we're going to do some gentle circles with our palms on our stomach, so you can keep your eyes closed if they're still closed, and just making some nice gentle circular movements with your hands on your abdomen. So this is an area of the body that definitely gets neglected, definitely gets criticized and shamed on a regular basis. So you really want to spend some time now just channeling some love into this part of your body. This is man, you can live without your arms and legs, God forbid, as I would say, but you can't live without this. So making sure that you love this part of your body is so important. So whatever it takes to get there, love it up. Inhale, exhale. From here, we're going to lower our knees from side to side, and we're going to do what's called a kidney sweep. So our hands are going to come through the back side and sweep over the kidney area. Okay, so drop the knees to the other side, sweep the hands over the kidneys in that department. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow, nice and relaxed. Nice, gentle kidney sweep on the back side and also squeezing into the side of the body. This helps with the ascending and the descending colon, depending on what side you're on. Inhale, exhale, really deeply and expansively through each part of the movement. Nice and relaxed. Okay, guys. So we're going to move into our first movement pattern today. It's going to be some rolling. So from our position that we're in right now, all you're going to do is you're going to take your arm, or at least one arm above your head, and you're going to roll onto your side and then switch sides. So we're just leading with the arm coming above the head and roll onto your side. That's it. Now, while you're doing this, see if you can accentuate any part of this movement that feels good to you. Perhaps you start integrating the breathing where you take a breath in as you're laying on your back, and then as you exhale, you move into your side position. Nice and easy. The body's wired for efficiency, fam. So we really will benefit tremendously by making sure that we focus on efficiency while we move. So making sure that you're breathing throughout your movement, that helps to make it efficient. About 10 seconds left. Then we're going to move into some rocking. Simple movements we're all familiar with, okay? So with those knees still bent, all you're going to do is you're going to take your feet up off the floor. You're going to take your chin towards your chest and just start to rock your body forward and back. Make sure you watch your head. Don't smack your head on the ground. You can grab onto your knees if you like, or just below the knees. Perhaps as you come into your seated position, you hook your heels into the ground and pull your heels towards your butt, and that will help to tilt the pelvis forward, which is a nice mobilization for the lumbar spine. And then as I rock, I round the back. Right? So as I come forward, I can press through the crown of the head and draw my heels towards my butt. And then as I rock back, I round and with control, slowly move back. Got about 15 seconds left. From here, we're going to be moving into a bridge, simple bridge. Activate those glutes this morning. 5 seconds. Okay, everybody, slowly, gently, easily lower yourself to the ground if you're not there already. From here, we're going to go ahead and press through those heels, lifting our pelvis off the ground. Now make sure that you're not arching through the back. You want your spine to be in a nice neutral position. If you want, you can kind of walk those shoulder blades together on the back side. We're just going to hold this isometric contraction here in our nice bridge. Okay, so we'll hold this for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then we'll lower ourselves down and come right back up. Okay? So remember to breathe while you're in this position, still accentuating the movement of the abdomen and also the lower ribs, front, sides, and back. Okay? Inhale, exhale. As you exhale, you're going to lower your butt towards the ground and imagine increasing the distance between the tip of your tailbone and the top of your head as you lower one vertebrae at a time and starting with the mid back and then ultimately going to the low back last. Okay, let the tip of your sacrum, the coccyx area, to be the last part of your spine that makes it to the ground. Once you get there, relax. And now we're going right back into some more rolling because we already ran out of time. All right, so from here, we're just going to lead with the legs. So you're just going to drop your knees from side to side and then reach across the body with the foot. Nice and easy. Move those ankles and those toes. Maybe you lift your head up off the ground. Maybe roll all the way onto your side as you reach. Maybe you want to increase the intensity a little bit already. So maybe start adding like a kicking action with your foot reach. It's nice and easy though. We're just getting started. 20 seconds left. Put those arms above the head, perhaps 10 seconds. Going right back into our rocking next. Okay, so this time in our rocking, we're going to sit up and reach. So we'll rock up and reach. So rocking, add a reach. Single arm reach, double arm reach, reach in different directions. Options are limitless. You can pause in your rocking position, slow it down, and reach. Let's enjoy the massage happening in the back. Massaging those back muscles. And then on the way up, you're strengthening those abdominals. Got about 30 seconds left. You can also change the position when you come to your seated upright. In figure 4. Both legs straight out. Whatever you like. 15 seconds. Going right back into our bridge. Okay, simple bridge. But remember, we're going to slow it down. And as we lower ourselves to the ground, you extend the distance of your spine and put one vertebrae down at a time. So let's go ahead and try. So in our bridge, press yourself up. I'll pause here for about 5 to 10 seconds. And then when you're ready, inhale, exhale. As you exhale, you're going to lower one vertebrae to the ground at a time. And as you lower one vertebrae to the ground at a time, you're trying to extend the distance between the tip of your tailbone and the top of your head. So you're really trying to elongate the spine as you slowly lower one vertebrae at a time. Once your butt makes it back to the ground, relax, maybe rock your body from side to side just a little bit, and then press through the heels, get into another set or another rep. 30 seconds left. Okay, so just hold. And then when you're ready, like if you're really enjoying the lowering process, then just, don't even bother hanging out here. Just keep going through that lowering process. One vertebrae at a time, mobilizing that spine with control and relaxation. Should feel really good, especially in the lumbosacral area. Okay, last set of rolling. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to end or start in our end position, which is going to be the tuck. We're going to go ahead and we're going to extend through the arms and legs, slowly roll onto our stomachs, then to our other side, and then go the other way. So nice and easy. It's not about how fast. This exercise or this movement is really good for contracting the abdominal wall, especially on the sides as we come into this side position here. This is really good for contracting the internal, external obliques, which is really nice. Take your time, make sure you're breathing. Got about 20 seconds left. Nice and easy. This doesn't have to be all that difficult. Feel the ground massaging the body as you roll. 10 seconds, going right back into our rocking. This time we're going to add a get up. All right. So you can either choose to use momentum for your get up and come to standing, or you can use a figure 4 and use your hands to bring you to a position where you can come to standing and lower yourself right back down. Rocking with a get up. Use the way or the method that works for you. And then also make sure to try different ways. Variety is key. We got about 30 seconds left. Okay? So lower yourself down nice and easy. Moving into our last set of bridges right after this. Got about 12 seconds left. Okay, everybody, let's lower ourselves to the ground. One last set of bridges. Let's get it. Press those hips up into the air. Okay? Inhale, exhale. Now, as you exhale on that next exhalation, I want you to slowly lower the spine to the ground, one vertebrae at a time. And just notice how good that feels. And then repeat. For me, one of the things I like to visualize, if you've ever seen a stingray kind of bury themselves in the sand. So as your sacrum, imagine your sacrum is the stingray. So as your sacrum makes it down to the ground, see if you can kind of pulse up and down just a little bit, almost like your sacrum is the stingray burying itself into the sand. And just kind of hover and pulse into that lower portion there. Oh, it feels so good. It's awesome. About 15 seconds left, everybody. Inhale, exhale. From here, we're going to be moving into a knee-hand crawl position. About 5 seconds left. So if you're already ready to do it, let's go ahead and rock ourselves up and come into a knee-hand crawl position, please. We're starting with some spinal articulations. So that could be flexion and extension or cat and cow. Just kind of dropping your sternum towards the ground and then lifting your mid-back towards the ceiling. Maybe rocking those hips from side to side, surrendering unnecessary tension and just seeing how much you can mobilize your spine from this knee-hand crawl position. You might also become aware of the mobilization happening in both the shoulders and the hips. Okay, so we can accentuate what's happening in the spine by focusing on what's happening in the shoulders and the hips. 30 seconds left, just mobilizing the spine. You can drop your weight back over your heels into more of like a child's pose. Maybe drop your weight forward into a little bit of a cobra pose. Nice and easy. Got about 15 seconds left. And from here, we're simply going to add a step out lunge. That simple. So same position, just adding a nice step out lunge. About 5 seconds left. Okay. So from here, you can either leave your knees on the ground or you can pick your knees up just maybe about an inch or so, or enough to slide a piece of paper underneath. And what we're going to do is you're going to just slowly bring a foot forward and step out into a lunge and bring that foot right back. Switch sides. So you're just bringing one foot out and coming right back. Feel the strength of the position. You can shift your body weight forward and back once you're in your lunge. Notice what that does. Now, when you go into your step out lunge, you can also add a little bit of some wrist rolling. And this is really important because Our next movement is going to be crawling and transitioning from our knee hand crawl to an inverted crawl. So we really want to make sure our wrists are ready for action. So as you get into your lunge, step out lunge, roll those wrists a little bit and then switch sides. 10 seconds left, and then we're going right into crawling and tripod transition into inverted crawl. Okay, so your crawling can happen on your hands and knees. And you'll notice that as I move one arm, I'm going to be moving the opposite leg at the same time. Okay, now from here, I'm going to transition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift opposite arm, opposite foot, and I'm going to bring the leg under the body. So now I'm in my inverted crawl position, and I'm going to start to walk around or crawl around in this position. When you're ready, reverse the path, coming right back into your knee hand or foot hand crawl. And again, even from this position, you can change what you're doing and add whatever movements are going to help this movement pattern become more functional for you. Transition as many times as you want. You want to keep going with those transitions? Start breakdancing a little bit? That's on you. Move your body like nobody's watching. You know what I'm saying? 5 seconds left. And then we're going right back into our spinal articulations. All right, everybody. So from our knee hand position, let's go right back into spinal articulations. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to drop our forearms to the ground. We're going to imagine we're crawling underneath an obstacle. And using our cobra pose, and then taking ourselves into child's pose. Okay? So those are the two kind of positions within the movement. So pressing yourself into cobra and then pulling through the front side of the hip to shift the weight back over the heels. Spread those fingers wide, feeling strong through those supporting hands and feet, feeling those feet really pressing into the ground. Take your time. Make sure it works for you. We've got about 20 seconds left. Beautiful, strong spinal articulation. See how much movement you can express through each part of your spine. Sending waves of motion through the spine. Okay, let's go right back to our step out lunges, please. Okay, so from your knee hand crawl, step out, and then bring it back. So you'll notice that as I step out, my foot replaces my hand, and then I come back. So it's kind of a balancing act of sorts as you switch that foot for a hand position, or a hand for a foot. You know what I'm saying. Now remember, as you're doing your lunge, you can pause and take a few moments to massage the wrists into the ground. And then when you're ready, go right back into your knee hand crawl position and start all over again. We've got about 20 seconds left. Remember to take your time. If this is feeling a little sketchy on the wrists, then back off and perhaps use a loose fist as an alternate for your hand position. Loose fist is a nice way, and even if your wrists aren't hurting you, I would encourage you to give the loose fist option a try. Okay, so right back into our crawling tripod transition. So you can start by crawling around in your room, nice and easy. And then when you're ready, taking up opposite arm, opposite leg, you're going to take the leg under, right into inverted crawl, and continue your crawling. See how controlled you can be as you move around. Got about 40 seconds left of this beautiful movement pattern. About 20 seconds left, and then we're going to move into our last set of spinal articulations. Okay, guys, last set of spinal articulations. So this time I'm just going to come down onto my forearms, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to shift my weight around in an attempt to mobilize my spine. I'm going to do the same movement patterns as we just did. So I'm going to bring my body weight forward, almost like I'm coming under an obstacle, shifting that weight back powerfully over my heels into a nice strong child's pose. Lift the palms up off the ground, add some gentle undulations through the spine, and when you're ready, go right back in through it. Nice and strong. Feel that nice strong connection in the whole body. So mobilize and move. Got about 20 seconds left. 5 seconds left, moving right back into our step out lunges. All right, so this time, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the wrists out of it so that we can kind of save the wrist a little bit. We're just gonna come and do our step out lunge from a tall kneeling position. So you're just gonna step out and then come right back. If you wanna step it back just a little bit more, you can take one leg off the ground and focusing on the balancing aspect on your knee. And then when you're ready, step out in a direction that works for you. You're just stepping out. You want to add a gentle reach. Feel free. You want to add a get up. You can step out, get up, come right back down to the ground. Staying nice and strong, long through the spine, wide through the shoulders. Nice and strong. 30 seconds left. And we'll go into our last set of crawling with tripod transitions. Whatever movements you guys are doing, make sure you're breathing. You could be doing something totally different than me right now, and that's okay. So long as you're breathing and you're taking care of yourself. Okay, let's go right back into our last set of crawling tripod transitions. So again, use the approach that works for you. You want to take those knees up off the ground this time? Get it. You want to pause and just spend a little time coming on opposite arm, opposite leg. Choice is yours. Really try to push the ground away with your feet and your your hands. So legs and arms pushing strongly into the ground, feeling that nice strong base of support. Really important. 30 seconds left. Our next movement, we're going to be going into a cross sit position. And we're going to do what's called a high hip crawl get up. Remember, you can always use the loose fist option. And that's a nice way to change the angle of pressure or load in your wrists. Okay, let's come into a cross sit position on our butts, please. From your cross sit position, whatever leg is closest to the body, that's the arm I'm going to post behind. I'm going to put my weight into that arm, shift my body weight so my hip comes into the air, and then I'm just going to come all the way to the other side. And then I'll switch sides. So, high hip crawl. You can add a get up on this one if you want. So, as you rotate around and go into your high hip crawl, you can walk those hands back and come to standing, and then come right back down, cross over. Now you're in your cross sit position. So remember, whatever leg is closest to the body, same side arm posts into the ground, high hip crawl, and then transition onto the other side. Okay, so post the arm, bring the body weight over, shift the weight up into the air, and switch sides. Got about 10 seconds left. From here, we're going to be moving into side sit transitions. Okay, so from our side sit position. So cross sit was both feet in front. Now we just take one foot to the back. So we're just going to practice swiveling our knees side to side. After a couple sets of, or a couple reps of that, then let's take the hands out of it. So now we're just getting that nice hip mobilization with some additional core work. If you want to add to this one, you can post an arm and add a rotational reach. About 35 seconds left. You can press through the hips. You can pause in your side sit position and just kind of explore some of the sensations available within that position. 20 seconds left. Our next movement is going to be called a supine cross crawl pattern. In other words, we're going to be on our back, and we're going to basically just press our forearm into our knee contralaterally. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, let's go ahead and lay on our backside, please. So all we're going to do, our knees are going to be bent, feet up off the ground. And what you're going to do is you're going to straighten one leg at a time. Whatever leg is straight, you're going to use that same side arm to press into the contralateral side. Okay, and then you'll switch. So you straighten out the leg. And as you straighten out the leg, you're pressing into the bent knee with your opposite side forearm. That's it. Okay, nice strong contraction. You can practice bringing maybe your armpit across. 30 seconds left. Nice and strong. Make sure to breathe. 20 seconds left. Get creative with your movement. Okay, let's go right back into our cross sit, high hip crawl get ups. So, cross sit, whatever leg's closest to your body, post the arm behind. Lift your caboose up off the ground, shifting your weight over your hands into that high hip crawl, and then walk the hands back to come to standing. Lower yourself down and complete your rotation so that now you have your other leg closer to your body. I think you know what I'm saying. I'm not entirely sure, but that's okay because I know that you guys know what to do. Okay, so again, nice strong cross sit position. Post the arm behind. High hip crawl. Either go to the other side or come to a standing position. Shake it out. Lower yourself back down. There we go. Got about 15 seconds left. Going right back into our side sit transitions. Okay, let's come into our side sit position, please. This time we're going to use a kick out to switch from side to side. So you're going to take the back leg, lift it off the ground, and kick it forward. Okay, from here, I'm going to switch and then take the other leg to the back side. Okay, so I lift the leg up off the ground, sweep it forward, switch sides with control, nice and strong. So keep going. Really focus on fluidity and control, quality over quantity. Nice and strong. And from here, we're going to be moving right back into our supine cross crawl. Another 10 seconds. All right, let's go ahead. Coming onto our backside, please, into our cross crawl pattern. Okay, so remember, it's basically like you're crawling in your prone position, only you're on your back. And then we're going to use opposite arm, opposite leg to make a connection and to really contract through the internal and external oblique contralaterally. So take your time. Really feel this position out, feel this movement out. Got about 35 seconds left. Stay strong, stay breathing. If you need to take a couple sips of air, that's totally cool. Relax and then get right back to it. Got about 15 seconds left. And we'll be moving right back into our cross-sit high hip crawl get up for one more round. Okay, let's go ahead, rock ourselves up to a seated position, legs crossed in front. So remember, whatever leg is in front, I'm going to take that in front, meaning like closest to your body. I'm going to take that same side arm, post it back, shift my weight back over that arm, high hip crawl, walk those hands back, stand up. And then lower yourself to the other side. So even though you're pressing yourself up a little bit with those hands, make sure that you're really paying attention to what's going on in the feet, okay? The feet should be active and awake for this particular pattern especially. You're really paying attention to how those toes are making contact with the ground. 20 seconds left. We're going to be doing our side sit transitions one more time. This time we're going to be adding a get up. Big surprise, I bet, huh? 5 seconds. Okay, let's go ahead and come into our side sit position, please. So this time we're just doing everything we just were doing, only we're adding a get up. So we'll press through the hips. We're going to take that back leg, bring it forward, press up into standing, and then lower yourself right back down with control. You can do it without your arms, great. If you need to use your arms to navigate and get yourself back to the ground, that's cool too. Just really spend as much time as you need. You know, for me, as I'm doing these movements, my right hip is telling me I need to modify some things. So I'm going to slow down. I'm going to use movement and breath work to massage through my hip. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to see if I can go to the next movement. That felt pretty good, so now I'm going to get up. You always want to be checking in with the body to see what's going on and to honor what your body's trying to tell you. Not freak out, but honor. You know, when we feel discomfort, it can sometimes really unnerve you because who wants to feel pain? But if you can learn how to translate that pain more productively, you can help your body heal more productively. Okay, supine cross crawl. Let's get it. So again, on our backs, knees up towards the chest. You're going to extend through one leg, and whatever knee's left over, you're going to press into the opposite side elbow. Now, if you can just do the hands, that's totally cool. You want to keep your head down on the ground, experiment with that. Feel free. Got about 45 seconds of this beautifulness. And after we're done with this, we're going to move into our last movement pattern, which is going to come from a standing position. So we got about 20 seconds left. And when we're done, we're going to come to standing. And our first movement is going to be a step behind squat. Really great exercise for those glutes. So we've been doing some abdominal exercises to end this series off. And we're going to rock ourselves up and come to a standing position, please. We're going to start with some step behind squats. Okay, so if you already know what to do, feel free to get in it. All you're going to do is you're going to step behind, you're going to lower your knee to the ground, and then come right back up, switch sides. Step behind, squat. That's it. Let's really enjoy this movement pattern. If this is really easy and you want to kind of spice it up a little bit, maybe add a hop to the side. Perhaps touch the ground with your palm. Whatever you like. Make it work for you. We got about 30 seconds left. So just really take your time, pause at any point that feels good to you or that you want to explore a little bit. Just kind of hang out and let your body show you, this is what I want. This is what I need. Just developing that relationship with your body. 10 seconds left. Now from here, we're going to go into a hinge, squat, knee tap, step out, lunge, get up. I know it's a lot of words, but pretty simple. So hip hinge, squat, lower the knees, step out, get up. That's it. You want to reverse the path? You can feel free to do so, but let me break it down one more time. So we have feet shoulder width apart. We're going to hinge at the hips, squat down, lower the knees, step forward into a lunge, get up. And that's it. Okay, so take your time going through these positions. Really accentuate whatever part of this pattern that feels good to you. Perhaps you want to step out across the body. Perhaps you want to step out to the side. Whatever you want to do with this one is fine. We're just adding a hinge, a squat, a knee tap, a lunge, and a get up. All that goodness. Okay. Our last movement, I think you're going to really enjoy. It's for balance. I'm going to call it a 70s kick. If you've ever watched Soul Train back in the day, they always did this kick. Always doing the kick. Now, I don't have the high heels on, but just imagine a nice high heel kick. This is our 70s kick. So you can kind of walk a little bit in place and boom, kick it out. You got some 70s music going on right now. That's cool. Maybe a little bit of Michael Jackson. back in the day. I saw him do this move a lot. Woo! Okay, so you're just kicking out and that's it, and returning the foot to the ground. Okay, you want to slow it down a little bit and kind of pause to get more balance out of it, that's great. You want to accentuate the movement by getting a little body shake going on, that's on you. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. 70s kick, baby. Bam. I'm just having a good time myself. Okay. So from here, we got 10 seconds left, and then we're going right back into our step behind squat. Woo! Oh, pretty good to me. I don't know about you. Let's go ahead and get it with the step behind squat. So you're just going to step behind, really feeling the ground with the toes, and lower yourself down with those powerful legs. Come right back up, switch sides. Okay? So see if you can maintain a bit of an upright body for this as much as possible, and allow the legs to do most, if not all, the work. Practice controlling the lowering aspect. Maybe add that gentle hop. And again, if you need to use your hands at any point, even if you need to use them on your thigh, that's fine. Maybe just try to press mid-thigh, not on the knee itself, but behind, and press yourself up, okay? So as I come down, I can place my hands on mid-thigh, I'll press myself up. You got a chair in your room, you can use that too. 25 seconds left. Going to be going right back into our hinge squat, knee tap, step out lunge, get up. Blah, 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 blah. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. All right, guys. Feet shoulder width apart. Let's go ahead and get a nice hinge. Let's continue the movement. Drop the weight down towards the ground. Bring those knees to the ground. Maybe you want to pause here. Maybe you want to put one knee down to the ground and then the other, exploring your squat a little bit. And then when you're ready, step out, feeling that nice strong base of support, and come to standing. Shake it out. And then when you're ready, come right back down towards the ground and back up. Okay, got about 35 seconds left to enjoy this gloriousness. Make it work for you, everybody. Make it work for you. There's no right or wrong as long as you're not hurting yourself. Wrong, I guess, would be hurting yourself. Don't want to do that. But it's really just about exploring the sensations of movement from the inside out. You want to add a little bit of spinal wave as you lower yourself to the ground? Feel free. Won't hurt. Okay, we got our 70s kick coming up, baby. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get that 70s kick. Bam. Get those hands up. Maybe get a little bit of shoulder work while you get your 70s kick. I think I got to have my foot dorsiflexed a little bit more. I think I'm going to have to wear heels next time I do our movement, see how that works. Movement should be practiced with all sorts of variety, including high heels. Not high heels that you, well, let's just leave the high heels out of it. Days of the high heels are over for Daniel. 20 seconds left. Getting that nice 70s kick going. We're going to do one more set of that step behind squat. Woo. Okay. Step behind squat, guys. Last set. Let's get it. Let's see if we can't take this one up a notch or two and really burn out this last set. Maybe really add a nice jump across. And when you lower yourself down, feel those positions of the ankle and the foot and really feel the sensations of the ground as your foot makes contact. Got about 45 seconds. Want to add reach on this one? Feel free. About 30 seconds left. Going right back into our hinge squat, knee tap, step out lunge get ups in about 20 seconds. My legs are feeling it. I hope yours are too. Woo! 5 seconds. Woo! Okay. Hinge squat, knee tap, step out lunge get up. Let's go. So, feet shoulder width apart. Hinge, squat, tap, step out, get up. That's simple. Take your time. Make sure you're breathing. We got about 30 seconds left, and we're going to end this movement pattern with a 70s kick. Okay? I don't know about you, but I'm loving the 70s kick. I'm just going to add one right there. That's how much I like it. Got about 15 seconds left. Spend whatever time or use this time to explore any other movements that are going to make this pattern better for you. All right. 70s kick. Let's get it. Now you got to do this 70s kick like nobody's watching. Bam. Like, what kind of workout is this? Oh, it's a fun workout. That's what it is. You know, if it works better for you to imagine kicking down a door or maybe kicking somebody in the chin, whatever. Whatever works for you. Actually, let's not hurt anyone, but um, you know what I mean. Peace, baby, peace. 30 seconds. After this, we're going to be going into some beautiful stretching to kind of give the body a chance to recalibrate. 20 seconds. All right. Okay, everybody. Let's go ahead and lower ourselves into a deep squat. Now, as you're in your deep squat, no matter where your deep squat is, just kind of hang out there and accentuate what's going on in the hips. Okay? Start to settle in to the sensations deep inside the hip joint. Inhale, exhale. So our stretching is going to be done actively today. So we're not just going to collapse into our movements, but rather with intention and strength, settle into these different movement patterns where we'll take our tissues into an elongation. Okay? So let's go ahead and maybe tap one knee down onto the ground. I'll bring my camera angle down again. There we go. So from deep squat, just experimenting with lowering one knee down and the other one. Nice and easy. Okay, now from here, let's go down onto our knees. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring one foot out to the side, and we're just going to take the knee up towards the ceiling. So this is to mobilize the hip joint. So from my kneeling position, one foot comes out, knee comes up, and I'm just going to mobilize through the hip, switch sides. Okay, so nice gentle mobilizations through the hip. You want to add to this one, you can straighten out the leg. Add whatever variations that work for you. Make sure that you're starting to slow down your breathing now. Inhale, exhale. See if you can accentuate the movement of the diaphragm first, which means your belly will kind of expand, and then your lower ribs, front, sides, and back. Nice and strong. All right, from here, let's go into our side sit position, please. And we're just going to settle into this position and explore the sensations of stretch here. So you're just going to lower yourself down towards the ground. Notice the sensations on the outside of that front leg. Maybe change the position of your leg a little bit. Front and back can change. Maybe you want to come up on top of your leg just a little bit. Just be careful of the pressure on that front knee. And just exploring sensations in our side bend sit. Okay, inhale, exhale. Now, as you exhale, see if you can let go of unnecessary tension. Your body's way stronger than you ever give it credit for. And see if you can't just imagine for a minute that that's true. That your body is amazing and it heals and it helps people. It's amazing. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So our side sit position here, again, just exploring the sensations, maybe hinging forward at the hip, being really mindful. Maybe you close your eyes down, maybe lower your forearms down to your mat. Inhale, exhale. Feeling strong and relaxed all at the same time. Okay, let's go into a figure four position, please, with our legs. And so what we're going to do is we're going to first create some length through the spine, and we're just going to gently hinge forward at the hips. Maybe slide your hands underneath your leg, bringing your toes towards your nose. Maybe even add some leg bone rotation. Nice and long through the spine, gentle stretch through the posterior leg. Want to get the arm overhead, feel free. Sweep the arm around, feel free. Take yourself outside the box for this little stretch cool down. Do the movements that work for your body. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides, please. Nice and strong. Add some nice movements of that femur bone. Inhale, exhale, nice and relaxed. Okay, from here we're going to do a frog stretch. So on our hands and knees, please. Your knees are going to be at least double shoulder width apart. You're going to bring your forearms down towards your mat, and you're going to shift your body weight gently forward and back. Forward and back, nice and easy. Now, if you want to add to this one, you can straighten out the leg to the side and switch sides. Just be careful with those knees. Just adding a nice, gentle leg bone rotation, just kind of reaching with the foot and then bringing it back. Nice and strong. Make sure that your spine is in a good position. You can add some spinal articulations here. Nice and easy. Just kind of hang out wherever it feels good to you. You want to drop your weight back over the heels a little bit? feel free. Choice is yours. Okay? Nice and easy. All right, from here, let's go ahead and straighten out our legs. And from our forearms, we're just going to pause in this nice spinal extension. We're going to rock our body from side to side, opening up those muscles on the front sides of the hip. So press through the forearms so that you're extending through the spine and elongating the spine at the same time. Okay, from here, our last movement is just going to be a hip hike. So you're going to hike that hip up to the side. You want to kind of lower down and massage your hips through this position. Feel free. Almost like you're drawing circles in the air with the tip of your coccyx, the tip of your tailbone. Okay, switch sides. All right, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this movement session today. If you need to do a little bit more, feel free to do so. If you need to hang out and get some more relaxation in your life, set a timer, 2, 5, 10 minutes. Get your good relaxation on. If you got to get on with your day, feel free. That's what I got to do. But I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you guys really liked today's movement session. It was good for me. I actually took a break. I hadn't done much of this movement since our last session. I needed a little bit of a break. And so this was kind of like my way of entering back into the world of rolling around and all the stuff we do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you as always for being here. I really appreciate you, as you know. So have a beautiful day, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next Thursday. Same time, same channel. And until then, stay strong, stay smiley and joyful and full of faith. Lots of love to you. And I'll see you next time. Peace.